So business is about what? Making profit. This means without profit, it's not what? Business. We've talked about that. Now, today I want us to be a little bit real with ourselves. A bit real with ourselves. We've seen things going up. Prices of things going up. Okay? How many have seen that? How many have seen prices of things go up? Those who work. I know. You have seen? You've seen? How many have not seen prices go up? If you haven't seen prices go up, raise your hand. Yeah, you're Zambians. When we say how many have seen prices go up, your hands are down. How many have not seen prices go up? Again, your hands are down. That only happens in Zambia. And a very good teacher may not teach properly. You understand? Because he feels like he's alone in the room. Okay. So we've seen prices go up like that. What does that tell us when prices go up? Does it tell us that we have a bad government? What does it tell us? Now I want to teach you the truth. It doesn't tell us that we have a bad government when things go up. Just like you, when you're growing, you must grow. You understand? You must. Things must increase. Prices must go up. They must. And the reason is that the growth of things or the increase of products in prices represents development. You understand? The increase of products, prices, goods go up. That increase represents development. When the country is making progress, things will be expensive. It's a sign of development that people are doing well in this country. When things are cheaper in another country, it's a sign of problems. They're trying to manage, they can't afford, so they'll try very hard to make sure things are a little bit cheaper because people are poor. Okay? So, at this time, we know in our country, Zambia, that things are expensive. Fuel has gone up. But the truth again is that we can afford. You see? We can afford. They say now it's 34. Even if it was 40 or 50, because there will be a time that fuel will be 50 or 100 kwacha. There will be a time is coming. Just like if you ask your father how much money he paid to marry your mother, at the time, you'll be amazed that it's 5 kwacha or 20 kwacha. I mean it. Ask the big man here. He agrees with me, right? At the time when you married, don't tell me the figure. At the time when you married, how many years ago? 30 years ago, right? It was within that amount, I'm telling you, within a 30 or 50 kwacha, maybe 100 kwacha. But today, they're going to charge you about 50,000. And people pay. Why is it parents with daughters can never say, no. When I married your mother, this is how much I was charged. You too, I'm going to charge your man this amount of money. Because the value has just changed. Do you understand? The value has done what? Has changed. So when things go up, be excited. Don't be among those who are complaining when prices of goods go up. Because if you start complaining, you will remain behind. Do you understand? Don't be that way. I hope you heard that part of increase. Valentine's was, I don't know what it is anyways, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Many years ago, somebody tried to tell me what Valentine's was, the meaning behind it, and the guy they were calling Valentine or something like that, the story, it just didn't make sense. So today, everybody wants to celebrate without understanding what it is. Okay? Everybody wants to celebrate Valentine's, all this, all that. So many wrong things that are happening. And girls have lost their brains. They're so much sold out into this worldly activity. You understand? Too busy. I have 2 PhD degrees. 2. And I'm very young. But to have a young man like me with 2 PhDs, it means I never had time to play. I never did. In high school, my teacher would ask me, let's go and play football, sports today. I couldn't. I'm just a young boy. I couldn't do it. He said, no, I'll be in class. I'll be studying. No, brother, come on. Everybody has to go. I said, please. I didn't have time to play the games many people do. So when I was very young, 18, 19, I was already driving my own car, bought by myself. I was telling a few of my colleagues yesterday in the evening that my brother, my younger brother, just bought a beautiful big house. Young man with a tank on it. See that? No time in your life to play. Valentine's, whatever. No time for all that. No time. But you see, we're so much sold out, learning what other people are doing, and we take those cultures, personalize them, and then walk with them and believe this is how it's supposed to be, which is wrong. You understand? Very wrong. When your father sent you to school, the first thing he said to you was, make sure you concentrate so that you can have a life. Now, here's what he meant by you can have a life. He meant that you can work for another man like yourself. Somebody who's done better than you, right? You work for him, he said. And then he's going to pay you money, okay? So that's what your father said. And you love your mother and your father. So you are so sure that let me just work so that I can have what? A job. Write this one down. If you want to see a poor person, is a man who is working for another. This is our biggest problem in our country. We all choose to work. And I bring a message to you. Today, I want you to think about quitting your jobs. Quitting. Say quitting. Say quit. They say, some people say, quitting is not good. No, quitting is not a bad word. Sometimes it must be used right. Do you understand? It must be. The moment you are writing a letter to apply for a job, there is your poverty. There is your poverty, the beginning of your poverty in your generation. How can you, of all things in your life, think about working for another man? What's the matter with you? How can you think like that? In some of you, you work in some places, I can't mention shops, you know. I was going to mention these big shops. I don't want them to sue me. You work in those, you know, those places. You're on the tube, pam, 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 just like that. And you think it's a beautiful job. They even give you a red t-shirt to wear this. You think it's a good job. Some of you are in pick and carry. You're right there. pick and carry stuff. And then you're working pam 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 like that. And you're thinking it's a good job. It's not a good job. How can a beautiful young lady like this one work in such a shop? How can a young man like this one work in such a place for a long time? And they give you 2,000 or 3,000 or 1,500. Why? Why should you? We have failed to go back to farming. What happened to farming? What happened to farming? Because the only true success, real prosperity in a country, each country, listen to me. Last year, the government of Zambia gave land. I heard about this. I was in Kenya, and I was told by the Kenyans that the government of Zambia gave Kenya a massive land. You didn't know about it, right? A massive land to cultivate, to grow maize, so that they can open a factory there and make their own mealie meal and transport back to Kenya, not to Zambia, not in Zambia within, back to Kenya. Go and ask everybody. I was told in Kenya. They even signed a document and agreed, because Kenyans don't have land like we do. And it doesn't rain in Kenya the way it does here in Zambia. Do you understand? So they thought they can grow maize here. Guess what? The end of this year, between the end of this year, the Kenyan government actually canceled the contract, because I'm pretty sure it's pride. They were so proud that how can Zambia, small country, do something like that for us? And I heard the Zambian government complain the way the contract was terminated, because they had invested something. So, if your father has a farm, or he doesn't have a farm, the only thing you can do for yourself is to buy yourself a farm, a small land. Grow your maize. How can you all come into the city and expect somebody somewhere you don't even know to grow the maize for you and feed you? How is that even right? And then when they cannot feed you, you complain mealie meal is high. What are you talking about? It's something you don't have to buy. You're not supposed to buy mealie meal. My mother doesn't buy mealie meal. No, she doesn't. For years now. No, she doesn't. You understand? Young men who are strong, very strong, can buy a farm. Whether you're old, you can hire people, piece workers to work at your farm. Grow maize, 15 hectares, 20, 50 hectares, grow. Make it big in your family. You have free reign. God gave us rain so that we can live in this world. We can cultivate and survive. Do you understand? You can never replace that with anything. You cannot. Instead of you looking for work everywhere, create your own work. Start farming. It's very easy to do. Start farming. Do it. Don't just hear people talk about it. Have you tried it? Can you at least try? Can you try? Do you have the capacity? Yes, you do. Can you try? Don't think of going into farming when you grow old. And now I want to buy a farm. I can go live in the farm. It's too late, bro. Do it now. Farms are for young people. Do you understand? Farms are for what? Young people. The economy of Zambia is perfect. The government of Zambia is perfect. Don't lie to yourselves. It's perfect. You can't compare it with any that was there before. And I know for sure you have your own ideas because of what you have heard others say. I'm not a politician, but I'm telling you, There's no better time to be successful in this country than now. Now is the time. This November, start farming. This November, start farming. Try a small land like this room in here and see it work. Train yourself to do it. Get some guys, sow the seed, practice it as a young boy, the young man. Let it rain, it will grow. Go and check what you have made. Now plan for the other year. Next year, I'm going to triple or quadruple this and that. Take your maize, sell to FRA, the government, and they always pay. There is your business. So many friends I have, many of them who are rich, white guys in this country live in the farm. Here in this country. They live in the farms. I mean, most of the white friends of mine in this country live down deep in the farms. One day, one guy said, come see me. I was driving. He said, you turn like this. It was a bush. I kept on driving. I said, you live here? I said, yeah. They have built mansions in the farms. Look at a white man. They have their own water. They have got pumps. Solar. They don't pay electricity to nobody. Do you understand? You want to talk about success and prosperity? This is it I'm showing you. There's no money in the city. Don't be deceived. You are here because of farmers. Everybody clap for a farmer right now. Clap for a farmer. Clap for a farmer. You ate in Shima pub today because of a farmer. You should be grateful. Doing nothing every year to year, doing nothing except moving around the streets, doing small jobs that give you nothing. But a farmer is in the farms, creating your future, making sure that your kids live tomorrow. And I would rather belong to that side of the story, not your side of the story. Say, I'm changing. I'm going into farming. Who told you farming is for poor people? Because I noticed that many of you Zambians, you think farming is for broke people, for poor people. Because many farmers are like grandpa, grannies, and you get the point. So you have this idea that farming is for old people and poor people. I was in the bank one time. That was in 2017, somewhere there. And this farmer walked in without manners because, you know, farm life. He walked in the bank and said, I want to make a withdrawal. I've been here for a long time now. And then I looked at him. What do you think he is, this guy? He didn't look nice. His shirt was flying. He didn't look good. But the voice was too loud. So he even walked away from the queue now. He's now talking top of his voice. I heard a lady to say, Bauki withdraws the other room over there. The man was withdrawing a lot of money. Bauki. Because he's a farmer. This guy was a farmer. Farmers are rich. Don't be deceived. Farmers are what? Are rich. So be rich. I'm a farmer. In case you didn't know. Do you understand? So I thought I'd tell you the principle, the real principle, the real principle. The real principle is what I'm telling you. It's easier for an African man to be very rich so fast than an American man to be rich. It's very easy for an African man. Very easy for an African man. I tell you. Very easy. To change your destiny, change your future, your generation, everything about your future, about your kids, about your brothers, about everybody. It's very easy to do it. Very easy. Come together. Say, guys, we're buying a farm. 100 hectares or 50 hectares. We're moving to the farm. Very easy to do it. And you have a projection in 3 years. We're going to make 1 billion. Very easy to do it. Very easy to do it. Very easy to do it. All the politicians who obey you and respect you, when you say we've got 250,000 tons of maize, they say, what? Are you sure? Where are you? They'll look for you and beg you to sell it to them.